Hello everyone, John Game Kid Fun Gaming here, and today we're reacting to a Bendy Chapter 5 teaser image. And if you're wondering where I got the image, normally these teasers I think are placed on GameJolt. I'll have to double check on that one. But I think all the Bendy teasers are shown on GameJolt. See, I cut down. Whoa. Yeah, you guys don't want to see that. So you've watched the video. That one's a new one I've put. Paul Charles, the person I keep saying is better than Matt Pat on Bendy series and whatnot. Oh, Super Horror Bro. So I keep mentioning a lot when it comes to Bendy. Yeah, he made a community post and asked his fans what we think were in the boxes. Not only are we going to analyze this image, but we are going to break it down and then figure out what's inside the boxes. So obviously this has 3 boxes on it with the words "What's in the boxes" in Bendy font. Now, the boxes, I don't think they symbolize anything. They're just there. There may be something that we come across in game, assuming that immediately asks what's in the boxes, and one of them is opened. Either we open these ourselves and figure it out, or one of them is already open, and we have to open up the other 2. And it'd be pretty cool if we had to use it as like a special tool to open them, which wouldn't make it much sense. But, it's another interactable object, so that'd be pretty cool. Like these boxes could hold ink or anything. I'm going to try editing. Effects. Every time that I life where there's nothing on that. Brightness, temperature, hue, saturation. Yeah. So now I should probably get a Photoshop app. So whenever we release teasers like this, and I get them, I can brighten up them and see if there's any cryptic hints or something inside of them. But somebody mentioned Emperor Charles's feet, and I noticed this after they mentioned it. I can't remember exactly who mentioned it. But if you look on that box right there, there's a shadow of a cross on the side. So we either are going to find out how Joey killed the workers, or we might just find out there's human remains in those. Or the crosses will be there, it'll look creepy and get us thinking about the 2 options I just said. The question asks, what's in the boxes? So we're going to focus on that. 2 of them were closed, 1 of them is open. Let's think about this. What could possibly be in those boxes thanks to Bendy lore? I think the coffin's going to make a return in Bendy Chapter 5. Just because we haven't seen it in a very long time. I think we've seen it, the last time we've seen it was Chapter 3, I think. I'll have to double check on that one, but that makes a lot of sense. And then, it'd be cool just to go back. We see it in Chapter 1, we see it in Chapter 2. A lot of them in Chapter 2, but, yeah. Assuming that Chapter 5 is supposed to be the wrap-up for Bendy and the Bendy story of Henry going and everything. coming back to JoJo Studios after 30 years and running into Bendy, running into Boris, running into these ink creatures and everything. Basically, I don't know. Honestly, I think they could hold ink cartridges because think about it. The ink machine uses a lot of ink. That's not questioned. It does use a lot of ink. From the stuff that we used to power it in Chapter 1 to a lot of the ink in Chapter 2, when we walk through it, the ink in Chapter 3 where we go ahead and see it drop down from Heavenly Toys, and in level 14, Chapter 4 where we see it basically in the maintenance area with the choo-choo trains. Hence, then, where the rejectionist says there's a lot of ink. And in the Chapter 5 projection trailer, there's a lot more ink. So, wait, it would make sense that ink cartridges are in here, but I don't think that's necessarily the case. Remember, Chapter 5 is supposed to be the end of it. The end of the story. So, if the Meatly doesn't want to go ahead and tell us every answer, or most of them anyway, we can figure the rest out, because we're that smart. Whoever made the orchid transformation theory, wow, they're pretty good guessers, because they hit what Jojo was doing in the studio right on the head. They hit a nail, pretty much. It's stripping the head with a cane or something. Because we find out that Susie Gamble is Alice. We find out that Sammy was turned into an ink worker. We find out that the rejectionist, Norman Polk, was turned into the projectionist. We find out that what am I thinking about? We found out that Allison Pendle was turned into Allison Angel. And we're assuming it here, that Thomas Carter was turned into Tom. Which can only probably lead us to one thing. Wally Franks is Boris. The Boris that we had to fight in Chapter 4. Not the one that comes in all barbarian gear. That would be a good one. I don't like that one. Actually, I like both Alice's. I like the Alice and Tom, but because they're all barbarian up, ready to fight, which makes a lot of sense leading up to the final chapter, But that's beside the point here. And we find out, we've had a speculation here that Jojo is Bendy, the ink demon himself, which actually would explain why Bendy is after Henry to begin with. So, ink cartridges would make a lot of sense to power the theory. As I said, whoever made a worker transformation theory hit the nail on the head. From early on, somebody made that theory, and turns out the rest of it's true. So, let's think about other things that could be in the boxes. Hints. Maybe audio logs. Because Chapter 5 is supposed to have audio logs, I think. And I believe that Wally Franks is going to have another audio recording. Whether or not the Boris that we killed was Wally Franks at one point. Despite that, I think he's going to have another audio log to give us, basically, he's going to give us, he's been, the player and the fan base Wally's basically been our eyes in the studio. He's had audio logs in every single one of the chapters, and he has basically told the truth of what was going on there. So he's our only insight on what's happening at the studio. Basically. We do get hints and snippets from other characters, but they don't come out and say it. So, doesn't make a lot of sense. The chapter 4 may be an exception here because he's referring to the guys down in the amusement park, and he's getting a little vengeful towards them, which we haven't seen up till chapter 4. So, if you're using that point for what Wally is, Bendy theory, I'm sorry, but that theory just crashed and burned. The theory itself just crashed and burned before you add that. Alright, so I'm going to stop on right here. As I mentioned, we could have audio logs in here, like hidden audio logs that we have to find and listen to ourselves, and we can figure out what's been going on behind the studio. If not audio logs, I totally can see notes or packages or anything of the sort relating to basically finding out what's been going on in the studio behind the scenes. Basically, like, I don't know. That could be where a bunch of bacon soup is, for all we know. But it could be, Allison's favorite toy, or it actually have a toy in the studio, but yeah. We could find clues to help point out, okay, was that last Boris Wally? Or, I think that one's whether or not that one's going to be true, that one I think is going to get confirmed in voice, or denied in voice. Because Henry's probably going to ask, after giving more information about what happened at the studio, he's probably going to ask if that Boris there was Wally. And that's probably what. So basically, they're probably going to answer. They're obviously going to answer that. So, whether or not that was Wally, no, it's a 50-50 chance there. You don't have a 100 chance shot here. And if that one there basically turns out not to be Wally, then everybody that made the Wally theory is gonna cry themselves to sleep because they made a wrong theory from the start. Just saying. But I do think highly that there's gonna be something regarding war into the studio, what's been happening behind the scenes. Maybe we have to go search through these for parts to, I don't know, possibly rebuild the lift. Who knows? Because if you think about it, from chapter 4, and I'm not gonna pull it up from here, because that'd be a little bit of a spoiler of this video. But if you notice, there's a little bit of a closed door off towards where the lift crashed in chapter 4. Right where the lift crashed, there's 2 doors. One's open, one's closed. Either the one's closed is where Alice worked on Boris, which doesn't seem like the case here, or that might be where we come back. We circle all the way around and come back. I think the darkness is where Bendy lives. And I'd honestly like to know, how deep does the studio actually go? Sheesh. He should have died in like a bunch of stuff. Chapter 1, 2, maybe chapter 3's fault. That definitely should have killed him. Just saying. But that's just me. So it's either stuff to find in the war, so that it's either Easter egg, which I don't think that's it, some dates and times, audio logs, which I'd be really surprised because usually audio logs are, hey, come listen to me out in the open, so, or ink cartridges. I think there is a chapter 5 achievement, if I'm not mistaken, where you have to discover a secret. So that might be what these boxes are for. You know, it may not be parts to build something or like repairing a lift. It may be where secrets are kept. Where secrets are buried and memories sleep. You know. Maybe it's... I'm trying to think. Maybe in these boxes there are new weapons to fight Bendy with. Or hire Bendy out so we can strike him right up in the ribcage. You know, would the ribcage even work? Just a question I want to ask. If you hit him straight in the ribcage, would that even hurt him? I want to know. But like, that's what I'm thinking about, what's in the boxes. But please, Meatly, if you're watching this, please don't turn this into Hello Neighbor. The last thing we want is to bring Hello Neighbor into Bendy. And yes, I know you and Tiny Bills had that how we can cross over that, but still, like, come on, man. And in case anyone's wondering, I'm referring to the box stacking part of Hello Neighbor. So we may end up having to stack these boxes to get from one place to the other. And if that's the case, I'm gonna cry because I hate that. Box Stacking Simulator 2018. Please do not turn that into Chapter 5 Bendy Machine, please. That'd be the worst way to end Bendy. To turn into a box stacking game. That's just me. I'm thinking that my Box Stacking Simulator 2017 was Hello Neighbor. So Bendy Machine Chapter 5 should not be Box Stacking Simulator 2018. I'm sorry, but I do not want to be stacking boxes for a full 20 minutes. Hey, almost 20 minutes. So I hope you guys did enjoy this little teaser analysis. There wasn't really much to go off of, so I kind of want conspiracy-wise, I want stuff that would probably make a lot of sense. And if anyone is wondering, I am recording this at pretty much 9 in the morning, and I normally don't wake up at this time, or record at this time, for that matter. So, I am really sorry if my voice is a little low. I'm gonna check it afterwards. But, yeah. I hope you guys did enjoy this little teaser analysis video. And leave your thoughts or what's inside the boxes. I'm gonna exit the video with musical outro. What's inside your boxes? Like, I would not. If Bacon Soup's gonna be in the chapter, no matter what. But what I'm thinking is that that could be bacon soup for all we know. We're just making. He was like, okay, it's gotta be ink cartridges. It's gotta be new weapons. It's gotta be clues. It's gotta be war hunting. and all that's in them are bacon soup. I mean, that'd be pretty clever, but please no. And don't turn this into box stacking simulator 2018. We already had enough box stacking from Hello Neighbor. Just saying. Hope you all enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.